West Kenya Sugar Company and Kwale International continue to perform well in a field where public sugar firms have been struggling for decades. But what are they doing right that can be learned by the public firms? Sam Ogina sought to find out and has the story.
A pulsating industrial complex within West Kenya Sugar Factory, Kenya's largest privately owned sugar mill and the second largest sugar company after Mumias Sugar. Established in 1981, West Kenya currently produces 5,500 tons of sugar a day.
We are doing our things right. Most importantly, we are treating the farmer right. We have a slogan that says farmer is king or queen. So everything we do it with a view of how we will treat any other king or queen.
Unlike other sugar companies that have thousands of acres of land for growing their sugarcane, West Kenya Sugar has no nucleus and is wholly dependent on its farmers. And as such, there is a symbiotic relationship between the farmer and the company.
We pay them within 7 days of bringing in the sugarcane in the factory.
Isaac Alicheli is a farmer who has grown with West Kenya Sugar Factory since its inception here in Kakamega. In his 15-acre farm, he has learned to stagger growth of his cane to ensure constant harvest, meaning constant supply of income.
Nilipatika nikapata watoto wote wamesoma kwa ajili ya miwa.
Over the years, we've been seeing that yield is decreasing at an alarming rate. So one of the things we are trying to do is to educate the farmer on the best agronomical skills to make sure that they're getting better yields, because land is not increasing.
West Kenya having contracted over 60,000 farmers from across Kakamega, Busia, Bungoma and Kisumu counties.
We know that your crop will be of age on this date. So we inform you and tell you that, you know what, on this date, we'll come and pick your cane. So prepare yourself.
And to monitor crop development, West Kenya is employing technology to map out its farmers. A gadget with Google Maps location is used to ensure exact location of the farmer and their crop. The data is then transferred for record keeping and progress monitoring.
We have hundreds and thousands of registered farmers with contracts. So with all these farmers, I don't see a reason why we should go and poach anybody's cane. So if we give investments to farmers, we don't expect anybody else to come and pick it. And so we don't also expect ourselves to do it. We respect the other factories, we also expect them to respect us. Although we've had a few cases where our cane has also been poached. Cane with our money that we've invested in.
And as such, the company has established an entire secretariat to process farmers' contracts and their dues once they are ready after submitting their cane. This practice seeing West Kenya leapfrogging ahead of other sugar companies to become the second largest sugar mill. With the troubled giant Mumias Sugar on its knees, West Kenya is on an expansion spree constructing a second mill that will enhance its production capacity.
We have a lot of farmers and we do not want to disappoint them, so that when their cane grows, they have somewhere to bring it. And that's why we are bringing up this new facility. It's going to be 5,000 tons per day crushing capacity. Yeah. We are then going to maintain the other one, which will be running in case this one has to go into maintenance. So in short, I think we'll be able to run throughout the year.
But the private miller has been accused of anti-competitive behavior and unfair business practices to give it an edge over the others. West Kenya accused of importing excess duty-free sugar last year, a claim that saw some of its warehouses closed down and sugar impounded. But the company insists it adhered to the regulations set out in the Gazette notice that allowed importation of sugar.
Regulation was that you import and remelt it and not sell it as it comes to the public. As you've seen, the bags are written not for sale. If you're following, you know that many people brought and sold as it was. But if you followed with us, we still have some bags because we are giving priority to the farmer first. All the cane that comes first. And then in small dosages, we are adding this imported sugar.
Several hundreds of kilometers away in Kwale, Kwale International Sugar Factory is making a capital-intensive investment, a multi-million sugar project at the coastal strip. Sugar production technology here is borrowed from a country considered the best, Mauritius. giving them power. Kwale has invested in 2 huge dams that store both river and rainwater for irrigating its farms during the dry season to ensure steady and faster growth of its sugarcane.
In this region, the cane productivity is quite high if you get enough water, right? With water, with irrigation, you can go up to 120, 140 tons per hectare. Without water, it goes down to 60 tons per hectare, 50% less.
The 2 dams then supply water to 5 other subsidiary dams at various points in the vast 14,000-acre sugarcane farm it has. The dam is strategically located to ensure all the farms are adequately irrigated through drip irrigation system. The whole system computerized.
Through the pumping station there, the water is pumped to the fields, whereby it goes through the drip lines, right, and drip lines irrigate the fields. In the drip lines, you get punctures every 50 centimeters, and it's 1 liter per minute that goes out of the drip line.
To acquire the fields, the sugar company has adopted a system of leasing land from the locals and then developing it fully, equipping it with the required infrastructure, planting, harvesting and ferrying the cane to the factory for crushing. The landowner will be given their dues after deductions on investment has been factored in.
Right now we are able to irrigate 2,000 hectares, right, with the existing infrastructure. With the new infrastructure that they are constructing now, we'll be able to irrigate around 3,800 hectares.
Stamping its authority in revolutionizing the sugar sector into mechanization, Kwale has imported 4 of these sugar harvesters known as chopper harvesters. The piece of technology from Australia making it easy, faster and more economical in the harvesting of sugarcane in a region where labor is not readily available.
It can reach up to 60 tons per hour. And actually our labor that we are employing that is available here will harvest about 1 ton cane per day. So if we are harvesting 40 tons per hour, in 1 hour this machine can replace 40 cane cutters. And of course, at this rate, it will be more economical than manual harvesting. But anyway, we don't have the labor. If we don't have this kind of technology, it's impossible for us to operate.
The company claiming it has to import its labor from sugarcane growing regions of Western Kenya. Reason being,
traditionally, this area has not been growing sugarcane, so labor is not used to this kind of agricultural work. Maybe they are more used to produce vegetables in gardens, but cutting cane, believe me, is a hard job also. We have only 4 of these machines for the moment, so we are still dependent on labor. The balance of about 400 to 500 cane cutters must be taken from Western Kenya to our premises. If we have the labor available, highly productive, the best thing is to use labor. Mechanization, especially mechanical harvesting of sugarcane, is really the last resort.
While private sugar farms set the pace in injecting millions of shillings in investment to improve their productivity and reaping benefits, public sector mills continue groping in the dark. The Sugar Task Force has its answers on the surface on how to turn around the sugar sector in the country. But the turnaround plan is wholly dependent on its recommendations. For now, it is bitter for the public sector sugar companies and sweet for the private millers. Ogina, Citizen TV.